Hello, 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 and welcome back to Tuesday Talks. We are on episode 27. Yes, episode 27. Whoops, tearing up stuff over here. So, yeah, y'all have to help me with tonight's subject because, I've been out of the game for a minute. And so I'm trying to get some advice on things. Let's see. I'm going to make sure I put on Instagram that I'm live right now. Let's see here. So let me do this real quick. I forgot to put that I was going live. I think I forgot, but I did a post I wanted to put in my stories. So yeah. Let's see. All right. All right, so that was shared to my stories, and hopefully people remember that we still got Tuesday Talks and they will come and join us. So I am not going to be able to be on late. I have a lot to do. I have so many videos to get out this week, and so I have a lot of filming still left to do for the week. And also, I don't want to stress my voice too much because I lost my voice the first week of the summer job. And I've been trying to get it back completely. Haven't gotten it back completely yet. And the more I talk, the worse it's just making it. It's just not going to come back as long as I'm consistently talking. And so what I'm thinking I'm going to do for my next videos is I might have to do just fast forward through my next videos. Hey, Kate. So I might need to fast forward through the next videos, have somebody else do my voiceovers because it would be pointless for me to do a voiceover too when I'm really trying to save my voice. So yeah, I got to figure out how I'm going to do that because I still have, oh man, I know at least about 5 to 6 more videos that I want to get filmed and edited this week, and I need to get my vlog done as well. I figured since I'm off Thursday, I might work on the vlog. I put it in my planner to do it on Wednesday. Maybe I'll work on a Wednesday evening since I don't have to get up. The loud one. Oh my God, he'll be clowning on my videos. It will make for some serious humor though. I might have to check into that one, Kate, because he's a clown. Like, he's a clown. I literally had him, he had this photo of himself where he dressed up as a clown for something when he was in the Marines. And I was doing a project with my students once, them going to a circus or something like that. And so I used that photo as part of the documents that I gave them for that project. Oh God, he's a nut. Like, he's a serious nutcase. Yeah. So how have you been doing? Kate, how's everything going with you? I'm just trying to find some rest. Trying to completely get my voice back. My younger brother was telling me to drink some throat coat tea. Oh, I said that all wrong. Throat coat tea. And then that should kind of help get everything back to where it needs to be. So I think I'm going to drink some of that tonight, if I remember, and then maybe drink some in the morning too, instead of drinking soda in the morning. On vacation the end of the week. Awesome. Yes. So I thought it was a good idea for me to pick one planner and binge watch their videos. Since I'm so behind on everything. But the crazy thing is, I've only gotten through, like, I'm literally going by the list in my YouTube homepage or whatever. And so I've gotten through a lot of Johanna's videos already. And I'm starting to work on the next person. I mean, it did seem to make it go a little faster just to go through each person. But then I kind of feel like it's really not going any faster because I still have the same amount of videos to catch up on. But I think it's just kind of easier if I'm on that person's YouTube channel and I just binge watch from that channel, as opposed to going through my save to watch later list. I'm not going to do lives for the summer. Oh, you're not? Okay. Yeah, this is the only thing that really kind of keeps me sane right now. Like this adult interaction, I'm needing it. Like I'm thriving for it every Tuesday now since I'm working with little bitty kids. Oh, man. They're a different breed than high schoolers. I can tell you that much. But yeah, so I'm just trying to catch up on my videos that I need to film and edit and upload. Catch up on the ones I need to watch. I'm going to use Thursday, since I'm off, to just binge watch. The only plans I have Thursday is to make a stop at Hobby Lobby because they're going to be open. I called them to see if they were going to be open. So I have plans to make a stop over there. And then after that, I have no other plans. I plan to binge watch some of everything. And so I was saying in my last live, like, I'm trying to not only binge watch YouTube videos, but like all of my other shows, like on Hulu and Roku. And I don't really watch that much on Netflix. I'm more of a Hulu person than a Netflix person because I watch more shows than movies, and Netflix is more movies. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to do. Thursday, I mean, I don't have to get up early Thursday morning. So Wednesday night, if I'm not completely pooped, I'm going to be up all night just binge watching some more. And I feel bad because some of the videos I've had to kind of fast forward through some of them because some of them are really, really long. And then I hate doing that because I feel like I'm missing something. But I've had to do that for some of them just to get through them. My husband's working tomorrow, so I get my name done. Yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from that job that I interviewed for. I thought I would have heard something by now. I'm trying to hurry up and hear back from them because if I get the job, then I'm going to go ahead and get me a teacher planner. But I don't want to be told at the last minute and then I go to one of my Michaels and all the teacher planners are gone. Now, I have several Michaels stores here in San Antonio, but that doesn't mean I want to be traveling across town to all of them. Even though Michaels is pretty good with their inventory. But if I'm going to be doing regular teaching next year, I want to go ahead and get my planner. And then I was like, well, you know what? Go and buy one. And then if you don't need it, take it back. But I don't know like what the time limit is for returns. So that's the only reason I really am reluctant to take that move right now. So I'm like, do I want to go do that right now? Do I not want to do that? So those are the things that are just weighing on me right now. I just really want to hear back about the job, like whether the answer is yes or no, because then that lets me know what I need to do from there. I don't like getting all my stuff situated at the last minute. It's holiday week. I don't expect you to hear. True. And that was another thing. So I was like, oh, So I have to wait until after the holiday. Like, that anticipation is going to kill me. But I'm trying not to think about it. So I would like to think that I got the job, but you just never know. I don't want to be too confident. I know I'm good at what I do, but I just may not be what they're looking for. You know what I mean? So I'm just trying not to read it too much into it. Oh, thank you, Kate. That is so sweet. Believe me, I need it right now. I feel like I'm drowning some days, and I got to get on a regular sleep pattern. I've got to fix my sleep pattern. It's just not up to par to what it needs to be at all. Um, Not at all. But yeah, so as you can see, as the topic of this episode is to date or not to date. And the only woman I have on here right now is a married woman. So, but you're a young married woman, Kate. So I don't know how long you've been out of the dating game. I've been out for a very, very long time. Very long time. So I haven't actually been in a relationship for about 10 years. It's been about 10 years since I've been in a relationship, a committed relationship. What I thought it was a committed relationship. But anyways, it's been about 10 years. And he and I dated off and on for several years. Oh, awesome. Congratulations. Happy anniversary to you guys. But so he and I dated off and on for several years. So prior to our last time getting together, I had dated someone. That was in like 08, 09, I think, around there was the last time I actually like went on an actual date. For the last few years, I'm going to call it a situationship because it was not a relationship. I've had a situationship. And I can't even say that we were dating. Like, I'm still confused as to what the deal is there. Anyways, and that's a sore subject for me. So we're not going to talk about that today. But I can't consider that and count that as dating. So if you want to really think about the last time I really, really went on a date, we would have to say that has been over 10 years ago. And I'm going to admit, I've been very reluctant to get back into the game. Hi, Lakeisha. How are you? Welcome. So I've been reluctant to get back into the dating game. For one, because of the situationship that I had. The situationship I thought was going to end up being like lifetime commitment. And yeah, that totally did not go the way that I thought that was going to go. But so I'm like, do I get back in the dating? I wouldn't even know what to do on a date these days. Like, where do people even go on dates? Number one, where am I going to meet somebody to even find somebody that I would want to go on a date with? Because I don't go really anywhere. I go to work and I pretty much come home. I used to be work and church, but since I haven't found another church home yet that I want to go to, it's just mainly like I go to work. And I'm not one of those people to like date folks that I work with. Not that I've even come across anybody that I work with that I would remotely want to date. So sometimes I think, I don't do the club scene anymore. Haven't done that in years. I think the last time I really did the club scene it's probably been about over 10 years too, because the last time I really remember going out was when I graduated college, and that was in 07. And I may have gone out a few times after that, but yeah. So I'm just like, number one, where am I going to even meet somebody? Like, where and when is that going to happen? And two, is there anybody out there even worth my time? Because I'm like, my time, I've said this to you guys before, my time is so precious to me. And my situationship that I just had wasted a lot of my time. And this was a person that I never thought would have wasted a lot of my time, but wasted a lot of my time. So yeah. And if you're watching, oh well, the truth hurts. It's the truth. But I'm just like my brothers don't have like even friends that I would consider dating or anything like that. Not that I would really want to date one of their friends. That's like, I don't really like going in that territory. See, fellow friends and focus on finding a new church if your faith is important. Yes, it is. And I've had some very bad experiences with churches in the last, you met your husband through a mutual friend. You know, Kate, back when I was in my 20s, you couldn't tell me nothing. I was at the club like all the time. Like I should have been VIP everywhere that I was going because sometimes I'd be out like Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, almost every Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. But then I got tired of it. Like it just became old to me. Every now and then I have gone to like I went to a place with my cousin once because we thought it was like a place where they were gonna have nice live music and stuff. Excuse me, we were so wrong. It was a very, very young crowd. The music was I didn't recognize like almost any song they played because I don't listen to the radio and I don't listen to all this new stuff. So I was just like, ugh, no, not coming back to this place anymore. Are you open to non-denominational churches like Bible church? Well, I am an Adventist. So the last 10 or so years, I've only really attended an Adventist church. I'm not against going to any other denomination. It's just that I got so used to worshiping on the Sabbath, on Saturday. Like that's what I got used to. And I just do my worship at home, or I go to worship service once a month. One of the other ladies that used to go to the last church that I was with, a lot of us, we left and then they ended up dissolving the church anyways. And a lot of us still get together once a month at this lady's house. Hey, Raz, how are you? Yeah, so it's just like, and Kate, it's not that I've just had bad experiences with church. I've had bad experiences with the leaders in the church, like the pastors themselves. That will put like a bad taste in your mouth, like seriously. But most of the time when I get with my singles ministry people, which I didn't get to meet with them last year because of work scheduling and stuff, then we always have a good time in worship all the time. So we have certain events every year, and I didn't get to go to like any of them last year because of my schedule. And I don't know, I want to still go. We have like a kind of formal event every December. And I want to go this year because I haven't missed it in so many years. And I missed last year. But it's still under the conference of the church that I used to go to. And I'm just not feeling the conference at all. I'm just not feeling the conference. But I do miss those people and I do want to hang out with them. So I'm considering still going. But when we go to these singles events, a lot of people get the misconception. Yeah, I figured that happened, Raz. And I kept trying to go live with that, whatever that app is, the other day, and it wasn't working for me either. Hard time in my current church that I can't be an elder in other government. Oh, really? Yeah, and then I've always held office in the Adventist churches, and I'm one of those people. I'm going to do things the right way. I'm going to do things by the book. I'm going to call you out when you're not doing it right, and that has been an issue because people don't like the truth. So, yeah, but I enjoy the worship service that we do once a month. But when we go to our singles things, a lot of people think that we're there for hookups, and that's not what it's about. It's just like growing yourself spiritually in your singleness. But there's hardly ever usually any men there. And my brothers used to go with me to those events all the time, and they would mainly be like the only single men there, plus a few others. And so it was never like I was meeting anybody at any of these events that I was interested in or what have you. So the church, I've never really met anyone that interested me at church, which is crazy. Um, and then, like I said, I don't really go anywhere to meet people today. I'm scared to have people set me up and try to hook me up with somebody. Um, I don't know, because I still kind of have my situationship too. So that's just like, I don't know. And I'm just like, what is the dating scene like today? I believe the church needs to show God something. Amen, Kate. Amen. Like, if we just do what he asks us to do, there won't be any problems. I mean, it's really just that simple. Um, one thing I always tell people is do not allow things to go on in God's house that you wouldn't want to go on in your own house. And I think if we stuck true to that, then our churches would be great. Um, but I think maybe some people do allow stuff to go on in their house, and maybe they think that's why things should go on in the church as well. So yeah, I mean, there was a guy in my last church that I went to, and he was all swearing that he wanted to date me. Well, he didn't want to date. He just wanted us to get married. Like, he was like, we just need to get married. We've known each other a long time, blah, 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 blah. We don't even need to date. We can just get married. But I didn't take him seriously, number one. Two, I think he just was tired of being alone. And three, he was such a good friend that I wasn't interested in being anything more than just a friend to him. Um, but yeah, it was like, no, I'm not going to marry you. Like, no, that's just not going to happen, So just never quite really found anyone in church. I have found people outside of my denomination that are Christians, that love the Lord, that love God, but it just wasn't a good fit, I guess. There's so many people today, and I've seen stuff on Facebook that so many people just have given up on God, or they've given up on Christ. And a lot of people think because I'm not actively in church that I've given up on God. Don't get it twisted. Like, I know who's the head of my life. I just am not going to a place and worshiping in a church building right now. Um, but I have not forgot who's the head of my life. No. And then in the Adventist church, it's almost as if like a lot of the people marry very, very young. So a lot of people are married, and there's very few single people in the Adventist church. And especially at my church, you were either like young adults or like children. So there was like really, like I said, never really any single men for the pickings. And I remember one time somebody asked me, well, why don't you try dating somebody from your church? And I'm like, who am I going to date? My brothers, because there's not really any eligible bachelors there at the church. So I heard that too. They think that they are lost. Yes, that is definitely. I have to agree with you on that for sure. So I'm like, I can't be dating my brothers. They're mainly the only bachelors there. Um, and some of the men that were single were like older men, and I don't want an older man, even though I'm starting to think maybe that's the route I need to take, because I notice a lot of people that, that I went to school with or whatever, thanks, Kate, they're dating they're dating older men and they seem to be happy. And so I'm like, is that what I'm doing wrong? I'm so busy trying to date people around my age. Maybe I need to be trying to find somebody older. But then I'm like, I guess it wouldn't matter to me if they're like, as far as wanting to have kids. I know that's a big issue to some women because they want a man that's going to be able to help them produce a baby. I don't want children. So I don't have that issue of being desperate to marry so I could hurry up and have kids, or being desperate to find a mate, period, so that I can hurry up and have kids. I don't want children. So um I don't mind even if a man has kids. Like, I prefer that they're like grown kids or almost grown kids. um or at least have a baby mama that's not crazy. Um, so it's like there's just so many factors that go into the dating scene these days. And I attend a Wesleyan church in my house. Oh, you have Saturday service? Oh, cool. Yeah, and I miss going to church every Saturday. Now, there are, I would say, about seven Adventist churches here in my area. Two of them are Spanish speaking churches, and those seem to be the ones with the less drama, to tell you the truth. But I'm like, I can't go to one of the Spanish speaking churches because I'm not going to understand anything that's going on. Um, and then two of the other ones, they're just very, very far from my house. Like they're just way, way, way on the other side of town. And so that's part of the reason I haven't visited those churches. But yeah, so I'm like, where do the decent single men even hang out at? Like, where are they? Where do I find them? Is it gonna be like trying to find Waldo? Do I need to look for the red and white striped shirt? Like, what am I? Where do I find these men? Um, I don't know. I don't know. And there was someone recently that I would have possibly considered dating, but they had some strikes against him, that some things that I'm just not willing to compromise um about, so. And then sometimes I think that maybe I'm not ready for dating because of my situationship. I think that maybe I am not in a emotionally stable place to try and give all of my attention and all of my effort to someone else. I've never been one of those women that makes the new guy suffer for the last guy. I've never been like that. I've always gone into a new relationship like this is a clean slate. I'm not going to judge you based on what the last one did. I'm not that female. Um, but I'm afraid that at this point I might be that female, if that makes sense, because of this last situation. Because this was the person that I trusted more than anybody. And it's just like, how am I supposed to trust anybody else? Because you were the one I really, really trusted. And now I don't know if I can trust anybody else. I don't know if I can believe that anybody else has like really good intentions. And so I just kind of feel like as far as relationships um, go, like it just may not happen again for me. I don't know. I try to like remain hopeful, but then I'm just like, because when you think back on the love languages, I don't know if any of you guys have done the test to see what your love language is, your primary and your secondary love language. Um, so if you haven't read the book, The Five Love Languages, get it, read it. It's not just going to help you in a marriage or romantic relationship. It's going to help you with um, relationships with your family, relationships with your friends. So for me, my primary love language, there's an app for it too. Wow, I didn't know that. So yeah, my primary love language is quality time. That's number one. Secondary is physical touch. Now, that doesn't mean that that has to be something sexual. No, it could just be like holding hands, touching. Just I'm a touchy feely kind of person. My brother hates it. So for me, I feel like I'm never going to get that primary and secondary love languages met outside of a romantic relationship. I live with my brothers. Yes. Can I consider that as quality time because I'm always around them? No. Um, My family, although we love each other, and I had to think about this one day, we're not very like affectionate. Like we don't do a lot of hugging or anything like that. We don't really do that. So I'm not getting that met through family. You see what I mean? So it's like, how do I get my love languages met outside of a romantic relationship? And I just kind of feel like I can't. I feel like I'm just starving for that. I like that treat church like that. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Treat it like your home. And if you ain't treating your home right, then you surely better treat God's house a little bit better. Um, so I don't know. I just feel like I don't know if I can put myself out there. It my attitude pretty much towards relationships is almost the same as my attitude towards traditional teaching. I have been burned, and now I'm at the point where I've been burned so much that I don't know if I want to take the risk of diving in again. And like I said, previously, I was never the one to be like, okay, this happened, that happened. I don't know. I've never been like that before. I was just be like, okay, new relationship. We're going to hope for the best. Let's give it a try. My whole outlook and my whole aspect on it has changed because of this last situation um, that I was in. And like one day I might get the courage to talk to you guys about that, but right now, not so much. Because there's still so much with that I've just like completely kept to myself. Um, and even the other person that was in the situationship with me does not even know exactly how I feel about every single thing that we went through together. Um, so yeah, need to express that to that person probably before I talk about it with anybody else. So I know that one of my Facebook friends like added me to this group that they have. It's like a social group, and they go hang out and they go do all these things. And I'm just like, I don't know, just looking at some of their posts that they make on Facebook. I'm not sure if it's like the crowd that I really want to be hanging around with. Some of the people are around my age. I think the majority of them are younger. And, you know, different generations, different mentalities on things. So I'm just like, I don't know. Um, and then I don't really like hang out with a lot of people to even be going anywhere and meeting folks. So it's just like, where am I going to meet somebody in the grocery store? That's the only other place I'm ever at other than than at home. Like literally, that's the only place that I frequent more than work and home is the grocery store. I'm always in the grocery store. And it's funny because like I have like all these like fancy clothes and shoes and stuff, and I'm like, I never go anywhere. And I'm always joking with my mom and my brothers, and I'm always telling them that I'm going to dress up in my clothes and go walk through the grocery store because there's nowhere else that I really ever go. Um, so that's probably problem number one. Where in the world would I ever begin to meet anybody that I could even consider dating? And then I don't know what do people do these days for dates. Um, Last time I actually went on a date, where did I go? Like I said, that was over 10 years ago. Well, with that last person that I actually went on dates with, the first place that we went was we went to this, I guess you can call it a billiard slash bar. Um, and we would go play pool a lot. And I like to play pool. I hate being in bars because they're smoky. I just hate the smell of smoke stuck on me. I don't know how I survived all those years in the clubs. I don't know how I did it. I was young and I was dumb. So maybe that's how. Um, but I'm like, What do people do? Do they go to the movies? I go to the movies every now and then. I'm not a big fan of going to the movies because it's freezing cold in the theater, and I hate being cold. Um, and to me, it seems like movies are a pretty intimate date unless you've been dating for a while. I'm not single. No kids. I'm not sure. I'm serious. It's just like I don't know if you want kids, Raz, but I don't want them. But I'm just like I need my love language is met, and I really don't think they're going to be met outside of a relationship. And it's sad to me. Like it gets a little sad sometimes. You and me both. Maybe Amazon is going to deliver him with a package. I don't know. It'd be nice if you can find those on Amazon as well. You know, customize it, customize them exactly how you want them and need them to be. Come on, Prime, send them free 2-day shipping. That would be fabulous. You still on the fence about kids? Yeah, even though my doctors keep telling me have them so it can regulate, all of my little ovarian cyst issues, I'm not trying to have them. Yes, Amazon, y'all got everything else. That's right. Send my husband. Make sure he's got a pastry in one hand and some heels in the other. And we are good to go. Like, seriously. I don't know. Sometimes I think, like, is that, and not just about myself. Sometimes I think that it's never going to happen for my parents, for their children. You know what I mean? Like, my older brother was married once, he's divorced. Me and my younger brother, we've never been married. We always get the short end of the stick in the relationships. Like, I don't think my younger brother was even bothered about it anymore. I think he just kind of gave up on on finding a decent female. I mean, because it used to be, it was just hard for women to find a decent man. It's hard for men to find a decent female also these days. And it's just kind of sad because I'm like, my parents are never going to see their children like have a wedding and walk down the aisle and all that kind of stuff. Like, my parents, I feel like they're never going to have that moment with their children. And it's really kind of sad and disheartening sometimes, but I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe that's the way God wants it. I don't know. I don't know. And my mom always says, well, Paul was single. Well, my name is not Paula, Mama. No. My name is not Paula. And yeah. And then it what really gets sad too is when I see my former students having, getting married and having babies. And I'm like, my students are getting married before me. Like, what in the world is going on here? But it's just like, what can you do? There's really nothing you can do about it. We already just established Amazon does not have made to order spouses that we can just add to the cart. We can't add them to the cart. So I don't know. And back in my 20s too, I tried all the little dating sites. I tried Match.com. I tried eHarmony with that long questionnaire. I tried that. I don't know how some of those people got past those questions. They must have been lying their butts off. Because I'm like, you're a creep and you're a creep. Oh, and you're a creep too. And I'm pretty sure that I was catfished by one of those dudes on Match.com. I just didn't know at the time that it was called catfishing. Hey, Sherry, I don't know if I said hi to you, but hello. But yeah, so I'm just like, I'm not doing the dating sites no more. And then from what I understand, just from watching, what was that show I used to watch all the time? Catfish, duh, catfish. There's like all kinds of dating apps out there these days that I'd never even heard of before. Never heard of before. So yeah, I don't know. So Raz, have you ever tried like dating apps or dating websites before? Yeah, I just kind of refuse to go that route. And then, people say, you shouldn't really try to meet people online but they're no different than meeting them in person sometimes. I'm just like, psh, everybody wears a mask sometimes, it seems. Unfortunately, I have, yes. Exactly, right? Like I said, when I first was on Match, I did meet a guy on there and we talked for a very, very long time. For some months. But when I started thinking back on it all, I was like, you guys being catfished. And I didn't realize then that was being catfished. But then like he was all wishy-washy. And then when I would not distance myself, then he would like want to pop an attitude, like, dude, like you don't want to pop an attitude with me. I'm the worst person to pop an attitude with. I met a few okay guys, but most have been duds. Exactly. So I even tried an Adventist dating site before. I was like, I can't go wrong on the Adventist dating site. One of the first guys that was trying to talk to me on there was immediately trying to get my number. And I was just like, I'm not giving you my number. Like, you literally just start speaking to me like 10 minutes ago. Why would I immediately give you my phone number? Not doing it. And then I remember coming across the profile of one of the pastors that had spoke at one of our singles events. And that just kind of freaked me out that he was on there. Even though he was single, so he didn't have, I mean, he had the right to be on there, but it was just weird for me. But yeah, I didn't stay on there very long at all. So yeah, decided I wasn't doing any of those sites, any of those apps anymore. And then men just don't even know how to approach women. Like can you approach me in a decent way? Then you might actually get a chance to talk to me if you approach in the right way. I was just thinking, I have so many friends and coworkers my age who are single. We should be able to connect some of our male friends with our friends. Well, I don't even have a lot of friends. Like I was saying earlier, I don't even have a lot of friends to even try to hook me up with somebody that they know. I don't really hang with a lot of people like that. And I remember somebody was trying to hook me up with someone at work before, but that person was like very, very young. They're in their 20s. And I was like, no, I could almost possibly be this guy's mom. Like, no. Too young. Too young. And when I was going out to the clubs and stuff back in the day, oh, I was meeting all kinds of people. Sure was. Um, but like you said, Raz, duds, just didn't work out. They just weren't the ones. My godson's dad, I actually met him in a club. It was probably I want to say it was actually my second time going to a club, because first time I went to a club, I went on graduation night when I graduated from high school. But I think this is the second time I ever went to a club. I went to San Marcos, which is about 30 minutes away from San Antonio. And the weird thing was we didn't really meet. Like he stared at me all night and but he never said anything. But I knew one of his friends because I saw them talking to each other, and I knew his friend. And I thought he was cute. I just didn't know he was crazy. Um, and so I gave my number to his friend to give to him. So, but yeah, I have not They were just, it was something wrong with almost every one of them that I met in a club. Like, sometimes I wonder if I let my husband slip away. I don't know, but I try not to. You know, I've been telling my brother mine got hit by a bus or something. He got lost. I'm like, you did we let him slip through the cracks? Like, and then sometimes I thought I was so sure. Like this last time, I thought I was so sure. Like me and God had several talks. And then when that didn't go right, my brother had even asked me, like, are you mad at God? I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm mad. I am very mad at God because with that whole situation, I said from the start, Lord, if he's not the one, I don't want to feel nothing for him, like nothing at all for him. And I literally prayed that prayer almost every single day. If he's not the one, I don't want to feel nothing for him. I don't want to feel nothing for him. Yeah, so I was a little angry. I'm not gonna lie. I was angry with God when that didn't work out the way that I thought it was gonna be. I'm like, we've had so many conversations about this. Like, why? Why did you let this happen to me? We still have that conversation sometimes, me and God, because it's just like it's one of those things where it's still hard for me to fathom that it did not work. Like, yeah. So that's why part of me feels like you're just not ready to even try and be dating anybody else. And then I don't know if I want to just be just dating like heavily and seriously right now. Maybe just finding somebody to just go hang out with and kick it with because I don't really hang out with females that much. I just don't. I am way more comfortable hanging out with males, I guess, because I grew up with my brothers and so many male cousins. But then sometimes I'm like, maybe I just need to find somebody to just go hang out with. And we can just set it straight from the beginning. Like, we're just going to be kicking it. Like, we're not going to be doing no Netflix and chill and any kind of that stuff like that. I want somebody to actually just go hang out and have fun with. But it's like, who is that person even? So I don't know. Because sometimes I do get tired of sitting in the house. And the only females that I really hang out with are some ladies that I used to go to church with, and most of them are older. And so some of the things that someone my age might want to do, they may not necessarily want to do. Um, and I felt bad even too, like going to some movies with them and not realizing that the language was going to be what it was in the movie. And, they're older and they're like kind of appalled by the language. And I'm just like, oh God, I didn't know it was going to be this bad, or I would have never chosen this movie to go with them. So it's just things like that. And so I don't know, one of my old buddies from high school and middle school had gotten in touch with me. And we were supposed to go hang out, and I haven't gotten in touch with him yet to go hang out with him. And maybe I just need to do that. I just need to say, hey, I know we said we were going to go hang out, catch up. Let's just go do this and go do something and have fun. But yeah, I don't know. I had a dream once. I had a dream that there was a former Marine friend of my older brother, one of his former Marine. In the dream, this guy was one of his buddies from the Marine Corps. And that was such a great dream. This man was just like so awesome. I kid you not. I went through my brother's friend list on Facebook, trying to find this dude from my dreams. I'm like, does this guy really exist? Because I'm going to find him in your friends list. Needless to say, I didn't find him, but I did accidentally friend in one of his former Marines, a married guy. Accidentally ended up friending him while going through my brother's friend list. It was hilarious. I was telling him, you need to find this Marine for me. Like, you need to find him. Oh, goodness. But that was so funny. And I tried to describe how the guy looked in the dream, and I was like, you've got to have a former Marine friend that looks like this guy, and you've got to. And so I did, y'all. I seriously scrolled through my brother's friend list looking for this fictional person that doesn't exist. He was just in my dream. He doesn't exist. So yeah, that was a bust. And then I'm like, do I really want a former Marine? Your brother's crazy enough. You really want a former Marine? You might not want to take that route. But yeah. I don't know. And then my younger brother, he don't really have any friends. Like I said, I really don't want to talk to anyone that would be like really close to them anyways. I have dreams like that too, and they help me remain helpful. Or have you ever had the one where you don't really get a good look at their face at all? And so they're really this mystery man, and you're just like, who is he? Where is he? Why can't I find him? It's like, do I have to leave breadcrumbs like Hansel and Gretel for him to find his way to me? Like it's hilarious. I don't know. Maybe one day, Raz. Maybe one day. Kate was saying earlier that she hasn't dated in a long time either, because of course she and her husband have been married for 13 years. They just celebrated 13 years. So I think that's so awesome. Yes, it feels very real. And you wake up and you expect Mystery Man to be like right there. Like, where did he go? Or you don't want to wake up, or you wake up right before he's about to reveal himself. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. Yes, crazy and love. Oh, so sad. So sad. Why do these things happen to us? Like, I don't know. And my biggest fear is wasting my time. Like, and that might be the thing that keeps me from finding my special somebody, because if I have to waste my time on another one, I feel sorry for whoever he may be, because it's not going to end well for him. I cannot waste my time again. Because this is the one thing that I think about. Like, I truly believe Jesus is on the way back, and he's coming back soon. I ain't got time to be wasting on nobody. Like, if it's going to be something, it's got to be real so I can enjoy it before Jesus returns. I don't have time to be wasting my time. And it's one of many reasons why I'm really upset about my last situation, because it's like, that person of all people should have known that my time was precious to me and not to waste my time, but did it anyways. So yeah, did it anyways. But I need to get out more. As a parent, that I need to do that. I need to get up, go somewhere. If I even expect to meet somebody, because I don't know about the whole hooking up thing or having people set me up on dates and things like that, because I'm like, I don't even want to waste my time on a date. Like, I need that date to go well. At this point, everything needs to go well. Yeah, that's the point that I'm at right now. Like, everything needs to go well. Not perfect, but well. So we shall see. I'm gonna try and hook up with my friend from school and see what his schedule's like, and we try to catch up with each other. What I didn't realize was that he had been messaging me, because I have not had Facebook Messenger. I don't know if I've even had it a year yet. I hadn't installed or like downloaded the app or whatever. And when I did, I went through my messages and realized I've missed so many messages over the years. And one of them, the messages was from him. He had been trying to friend me, and I don't know how in the world I missed his friend request. But I did. And I guess because I didn't respond to it, he had sent me a message and saying, "Why won't you friend me back?" And so when I realized I had all these unread messages, I was like, oh my God. So I went back through my friend requests and I went ahead and friended him. And I was like, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't even realize you had friended me. I didn't even realize that you had sent me this message. I also missed like a lot of tutoring opportunities where people had been like referring folks to me for tutoring. I missed all of that because I didn't realize I had all of those messages because I was never really checking my messages on Facebook and I wasn't using Messenger because when they start first really doing the Messenger app, I had heard so many bad things about the app. Um, and then a lot of people just send you just kind of like those chain things and stuff like that on Messenger. And I'm like, I miss a lot of stuff because I will ignore a lot of it because I feel like a lot of it is just like not something that's really important. And so I still miss some things. I force myself to go through there every now and then. But yeah, so gonna try and catch up with him. I don't know if it's gonna be anytime soon because I need to rest. Maybe within the coming weeks. And like I said, I got to see what his schedule's like because mine is crazy. I don't have no time to do anything after work. And weekends, yeah, I don't really do much on the weekends, so I do have time. So I'll keep y'all posted on my dating life if it even becomes a thing. You guys will be the first to know how it goes if I jump back into those waters. When I jump into those waters, I pray there's more dolphins than sharks. And that's for sure. Love a dolphin all day, every day. More dolphins than sharks. And then that would be a good dating scene for me. Yeah. We will just have to see how it all goes. Definitely will have to see. Oh, goodness. But I have to give up scrolling through my brother's friend list. We're not going to find him there. I'm not going to find him on Amazon. And we haven't found him at church yet. So, thought for sure I would find him at church. Didn't happen. Did not happen. So, if y'all know some people, let me know. I've done the long distance thing once, and I actually didn't mind it. Maybe it just worked for me and that guy until the baby mama drama came into the picture, but it actually kind of worked. I didn't mind it. But yeah, you know somebody, let me know. My therapist suggested alumni gatherings, which I never thought about. You know, I went to my 25th class reunion last June. A lot of people didn't remember me because I was a nerd. Like I wasn't like popular crowd. I was a nerd. I wasn't in sports. I was in French club and Mu Alpha Theta Math Club and National Honor Society and Student Council and stuff like that. That's what I was into. And honors classes, which are, I guess, now the equivalent of an AP class. That's what I was in high school. And so a lot of the people didn't even remember. And a lot of the guys that were there married. They're married. A lot of them are. A lot of them are married to girls that they were with in high school, which I think is awesome that they're still with them. But yeah, not everybody remembered me. More remembered me than I thought. I think they more so remembered my face than anything. I've not done college alumni stuff. And the only reason I haven't because I felt like I didn't really have the college experience because I was working so much. I didn't really go to any events on campus. I went to class. I went to work. I went home. So I haven't really gone to any alumni things. And I always say I'm going to go to they have a big homecoming thing every year. And I've always said I was going to try and go to that, but I never go. And then we always have this big Christmas light ceremony in December. No, they do it towards the end of November. It's called Light the Way. And I always say I'm going to go to that, and I never go to that either. Yeah, so maybe I'll have to try that. See if something comes up from that stuff. I definitely want to go to the Light the Way ceremony. If I don't even get to homecoming, I want to go to the Light the Way. I've always said I'm going to go to that, and I never ever go. But yeah, so I haven't tried any college alumni events at all. I have not done it. Like I have faint memories of people that I went to class with because it was all about getting to class, getting back to work, getting to class, getting back to work. So yeah. But good idea, Raz. I will have to look into that. But hold on, y'all. Someone's knocking at my door. Hold on. Hello. Hi. They say it's supposed to bring off the week, is what I've heard. I don't know. Wait. Yeah, let's wait, check this today, because Thursday's going to drop. And Arthur, check back with us over the weekend and we'll see what it's looking like, and then we'll let you know. Okay. All right. Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. There was somebody at the door. My sister said go places where the man you desire would shop. That's an interesting idea. I'm like, I'm always in Walmart. I go to Target occasionally. Where would I want my men to shop? I don't know. I never thought about that. I shop, like as far as clothing and all that stuff, I mainly shop online. That's something to really ponder about there. I'm gonna have to think about that one. I definitely don't want anyone from Walmart. No, I definitely don't want to find my man in Walmart. No, and no. I mean, maybe at one of the nice restaurants that I like to go to, I wouldn't mind finding somebody there. If you've got good tasting food, we can go a long way together. Like, seriously. Maybe at one of my favorite bakeries or something like that. But no, I don't want to find him at Walmart. Oh goodness. I never thought about anything like that. It's a pretty interesting thought process on dating. Maybe I'll find him at Whiskey Cakes, one of my favorite restaurants, or Paloma Blanca, one of my favorite Mexican restaurant. I like eating nice food. So if he's into nice food, we can do that. Like, yeah. I don't want a man who likes to go to Burger King or McDonald's or Wendy's. I need you to enjoy some fine dining. Yeah, I need you to enjoy some really tasty food, real food. You don't have to be a vegetarian. I prefer you don't eat pork. But yeah, So that's something to think about, Raz. Yes, never thought about it in that aspect. I okay. Now, I don't go to hardware stores, so I'm not gonna find him at a hardware store. I cannot stand the smell in the hardware stores. It makes me nauseous. Like, I'm so serious. So if I want a man who's a good handyman, I'm probably stuck out because I cannot do like Lowe's and Home Depot. Anytime I have to go in those stores, I have to know exactly what I'm going in there, get it, and get out of there because that smell in there. Ugh. No, Sherry, no. No. You know what? I'm not. He's gonna have to be the one if I happen to find him in a Lowe's or a or Home Depot. He's gonna have to be the one, and that will be our last time in the hardware store together. Any other trips, he will have to make them on his own. I cannot stand being in those stores. No, no, no. I can't even imagine meeting a man. What if he's like full of like sawdust himself? Oh. Oh, now if he can make furniture, that would be great. I need some bedroom furniture. I'm just trying to imagine meeting a man in Home Depot. I just can't imagine it. I just can't. Oh my gosh. Like that would be crazy. Okay, why is my godson's dad blowing up my phone? Oy, oy, oy. Usually that's not a good thing. Yeah, y'all got me really thinking about some things over here. Like, I have a weakness for hardworking men who look like they've really worked. Yes, yes. I don't mind that. But I don't want to have to meet him in the Home Depot. My dad was a plumber and did a lot of new construction, so I grew up working with him on construction sites. Oh, wow. That must have been pretty cool. That must have been pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe I'll run into him when I'm stuck in traffic due to all of the construction on I-35 in Texas. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. There's always construction on our highways, so who knows? I said I wasn't going to complain about that anymore because we have nice paved highways. I said I wasn't going to complain about that anymore. But that's interesting. Home Depot. And Sherry loves the smell of the wood. No. Lots of fond memories, hence the love of lumber. I've only voluntarily gone to a Home Depot, like really wanted to go one time. There was a time where I just had surgery and I wasn't supposed to drive and I was getting tired of being stuck in the house. And I'll never forget, I called my best friend that day and I was like, well, what are you doing? And he was like, I'm about to go to Home Depot. And I was like, come and get me. He was like, you're not even really supposed to be out of the house. And I was like, but I'm tired of sitting here. Come get me. I was desperate to get out of the house because I don't like going to Home Depot. I hate it. Like I cannot stand this. Like I was like really shouldn't have been out of the house. So I'm in there trying to hold my breath while I'm walking through there. I had to like rest on the basket because it was still, painful to walk straight up. I really shouldn't have been out of the house at all. But that was the one time I desperately went to Home Depot. Any other time I'm like going for some light bulbs or something like that, and I'm trying to get in there and get out. Yes. Now I love the smell of pine. Don't get me wrong, Sherry. It's just being in the hardware store with all those wood smells together. I don't. I love like the smell of a fresh Christmas tree. I hate that my mother deprived us of that as children. She never wanted us to have a real tree. She was always scared it was going to catch fire. So once I became an adult, I was like, I'm getting me a real tree. And it was a wonderful experience. And I love the smell of it. It was just nice. But I don't know if I'll be able to handle it now with my allergies having gotten worse over the years. Pine trees in the rain is life. Oh, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. I'm going to have to come visit out where you are and maybe go camping with you. My brother loves doing stuff like that. Like hiking and that kind of stuff. I don't want to camp unless I have a tent. Well, really, I haven't even done tents before. I've mainly only done like campsites that have like cabins. So I haven't really even done tent before, I don't think. I can't recall really even doing a tent. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here only because I have several videos to go get filmed and edited. I'm trying to do all of my videos this week. Last week, I just did not get them all done. One, I was too tired, and two, my voice just didn't allow. And I was talking to Kate earlier. She was saying, let my crazy older brother do my voiceovers. I said, that would be interesting. Very interesting. So I might look into that. We shall see. Or I might just have to fast forward through everything and just let some music play. Because I'm putting way too much strain on my voice when I'm still trying to get it back. But I'm going to drink some of that throat coat tea tonight, and hopefully that will help. And I need to figure out what I'm eating for dinner because I don't even know what I'm eating for dinner. I don't know. But yes, y'all have a good one, and I will see you guys back here next week. Make sure you come back because like I was telling Kate, I need this adult interaction dealing with these younger kids every day. Yes. So I'll see you guys the next time. And y'all have a good one. Bye-bye.